Hey friends, it's Laura with Laura's Handmade Haven. Welcome or welcome back. I'm so glad you joined me today. This is my March update. I'm a week late, but I've had a lot of things going on in February and early March. Just had to give myself another week just to kind of recover from retreat and get everything together. So thank you for your patience on my delay this month on our Handmade Haven happenings. So today we're just going to go over the cross stitch and the quilting and the other crafty things that I've been working on. And I'm going to give you a little insider secrets into some of the videos that you're going to be seeing coming up and some planned projects that are on my to-do list to get done quickly, or at least fairly soon, maybe March, April. Without further ado, we're just going to jump right into cross stitch and I'm going to explain why I haven't gotten much done. All right, so I showed this first stitch last month and I am not so pleased to announce that there has nothing more has been accomplished on the Houses of Pumpkin Lane. So I still just have those 6 houses. My goodness, it's getting big. I have the 6 houses completed and then I have that start on the 7th. There is not one extra stitch that went into this, but I am still working on it. It is still in the pile. It just had to be put to the side for a little bit, which I'll explain in a minute. So that is the Houses on Pumpkin Lane. I'm stitching it on a 28 count Lugana cloth with mostly called for DMC, but some of them have been switched out because I just went into my stash and grabbed what I had on hand. Next stitch, again, nothing to report, is the Snowman Collector, which is a Colorado cross stitcher design. And I have been working on that one. It still does have the hole in the 8 o'clock that will be resolved or remedied or addressed at some point in time, but here is the stitch for that one. I really don't think I made any additional progress on this one either. Wow. Okay. Yeah, February was a little bit of a trick because I did my update and then about a week later, I'm going to blame school and work. I was doing a lot of homework for one of the classes I was in, and which is wrapping up this week, actually, thank goodness. And because of that, I feel like those two things combined, I started getting a lot of like tendonitis in my right thumb and wrist and arm, and it was causing me a lot of problems. And in fact, I wore a brace for 2 weeks. And they even gave me like an ortho consult. They thought that maybe I need to go have it looked at a little closer if it didn't heal on its own or whatever. Thankfully, it has pretty much healed on its own. It's still a little tender at times if I overdo it on that day. But I was able to make it through retreat just fine and was able to, do all of my work and schoolwork and everything. But it just meant that I didn't do much stitching in the evenings, and I actually didn't do much quilting at home before I went to retreat or since retreat, because I was just trying to give that wrist and that arm a little bit of a rest to try to resolve that without having to have an ortho consult and carpal tunnel and surgery and yeah. Okay, anyway, but I do have an update on one of the stitches that I showed you just to start on last month, and now I've almost got it done. I know it doesn't, well, I mean, it kind of looks like it, right? It's almost done. Santa's headless. Poor little Santa Claus. But anyway, so I need his head and his hat and then the rest of this border. And then this one will be pretty much done. So that'll be my first Prairie Schooler Santa of 2025 when he's completed. And this is the 2016, I believe. Let me check the pattern real quick. This is, what is this? I don't even know. 2016, 1991, one of the two. Okay, so this is the 1991 Prairie Schooler Santa. So when I get this one finished, it'll be the first Prairie Schooler of the year. In the years past, I've been trying to say that I'm going to get 6 of these a year done, but it's just not working out like that. So I'm going to say I'm going to do as many as I can. That's the goal for 2025. I'm going to do as many as I can, or as I want to do. Yeah. Now, I did go back and look at my February update, and it said that I was going to start something new and fun, and yay, and I didn't because, again, my hand was kind of messed up and put a damper on my crafting time. It was a lot. But anyway, all right, so that is my cross-stitch update. For March, basically, I'm just going to continue with those 3 projects. I might start something new. I'm thinking about starting something new. I have a couple things in mind that I might do. I don't know, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how my hand is doing and go from there, I guess. All right, so quilting. Quilting. Okay, so the mercantile quilt, the quilt seeds packets. That sew along that I'm doing is wrapping up. I actually have that quilt top done. It is so cute. I'm so excited. I've got to get to my brother's to quilt it so I can get it hung up right here. I'm not getting rid of it. I'm not like destroying it or anything. I'm just going to take it down and put it away for a while and put the other one up. Change is good. So yeah, so that's what my plan with that one is. That sew along is wrapping up, I think, on the 25th of March. So just be watching for those videos to be posting the next couple of weeks, and we will have a quilted or a completed quilt top for the Mercantile Quilt Seeds. Then the next sew along that did just start on March 6th, which was my birthday. Thank you guys so much for all the birthday wishes, by the way. That one is the Delightful Desert sew along. I'm doing the baby quilt. I do have 4 of those blocks done, and so those videos are scheduled out to post for you guys on Thursdays. That quilt along will not wrap up until almost the middle of May. So there's 9 blocks plus the sashing and all of that. So hopefully the baby, well, not hopefully, the baby will be here before the sew along wraps up. Hopefully the quilt will be done before the baby gets here. Maybe. If not, it soon after? Within the first year? Yeah, it'll be fine. No, it'll be much sooner than that. Don't worry, it'll be done. So those are the 2 quilty things that are going on the channel right now. Now, in addition to that, I did go to retreat. So I just want to show you what I did at retreat because it was super, super fun. I had a great time. It was wonderful just to get a few days away, network with some friends, just hang out with some of the ladies in the guild, and I had a pedicure while I was there at the spa, and I went out to a really nice dinner with my husband, and it was a great time. And okay, so I also have to say that he had to make his little round in the retreat room this year. One of my friends, hello, Justina, she likes to, tease him a little bit, and so she was like, "You got to make sure your husband comes down here and gives me a hug." So I sent him on down to give her a hug because, why not, right? I mean, yeah, it's all good. But the next day, oh my goodness, you should have heard all those ladies. Did you know your husband was down here hugging on you, Stina? And I'm like, yeah, I knew that. I sent him down here. It's fine. So anyway, it was fun. It was fun to show off my man and fun to have him come down for one night for our dinner and just a couple drinks at the bar. It was really fun. So had a great time. So let me swing you around so you can see actually, you know what? I'm going to show you the 2 projects that I have right here beside me, and then I'll swing you around. So my first project at retreat were these fabric baskets. And I will put a link in the description box below. This is not my pattern or my doing, but they're really cool. So you make these little baskets and they are lined with interfacing. I'm not doing it very much justice. It looks really good. So basically, you do these little baskets, completely lined with interfacing, and then they fold flat. But when they're made out like that, they fit fat quarters like perfectly. So I made 12 of these, and everyone was so curious why I was making all of these little fabric baskets. But it's because I'm the past CEO this year, and I'm in charge of annual meeting, and these are going to be part of our centerpieces at annual meeting. So I'm going to fill them all with like little goodies, and it'll be super fun, and it'll be like a nice little just centerpiece giveaway thing for annual meeting this year. So I got 12 of those completed. Woo! And then I started working on the cartwheels quilt. Oh my gosh. I cut all the pieces before I went to retreat, which I'm very glad I did. But I don't think in my brain I was like computing all the pieces that I had cut for this quilt. Oh my gosh. I'm glad that I took other projects with me too, because it's not a difficult pattern. It's just a lot to try to do at retreat when you're also trying to just, talk with your friends and have a good time. But I did get 4 of the 16 quilts. That does not sound like much at all. I got 4 of the 16 blocks completed. So let me show you those. And this is a Fig Tree and Company pattern and fabric. I do not know what fabric line this is. I could look it up though. Oh, I do think I have maybe 5 or 6 more of those thinner stars done, but I only have 4 completed blocks. So I have 12 more blocks and all the sashing and all of the borders and everything like that to go on this quilt. but I am doing the main pattern, which is the cartwheels with the cute little stars and the sashing as well. And so everything's cut, and as I can, I will work on it. But for right now, it's becoming a UFO, in my craft space, which is not really common. So yeah. All right. So the last project I worked on was another berry jam, which I was so glad that I took this with me because everyone was like so curious what I was doing with all of these strips of fabric. And it was like really good mindless sewing that I could just sew and sew and sew and talk and talk and talk and have fun and not have to like super concentrate on what I was doing. Not like the cartwheel blocks. Those angles and me. Whew. Okay. Anyway, let me flip you around so you can see the berry jam quilt top that I got completed at retreat. All right, so there's the berry jam quilt. Again, it was just a 108 wide backing that I got from Marshall Dry Goods, and then all of my Lori Holt fabric scraps that I'd cut into strips. I believe these strips were 1.5 inch, maybe 2-inch strips that I cut, and then just I think it was 2.5 inch strips for the background fabric. Actually, I think they were varying between 2.5 and 3. So just, went around them, sashed them all, and that's what we have for that. So I'm super excited the way this quilt is coming together. I really like it. And really for this one, the only thing I have to do is quilt it. Now you'll also see on my design wall there, a little bit of a teaser with the delightful desert blocks. Like I said, I have 4 of the 9 of those completed, and I plan on working on those more this week. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing quilty wise. All right, so before I forget, all right, so I've done two giveaways in the past couple of weeks. One of them was because my channel reached 10,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. We drew a winner, and I have not heard from her. So I need to hear from Tamara Kemp. Tamara, I commented on your comment. I'm hoping that you saw the video, but if not, this is my email address. Please, please, please reach out because I have the amazing prize pack for you. I would love to ship it out to you ASAP. So please contact me. If I haven't heard from you by the April happenings, I think I might just have to draw for somebody else because I don't want to keep holding it and holding it and holding it. So I'll probably draw another name in April if I don't hear from you by then. So please, Tamara, contact me. All right. The other giveaway was for the can koozies, and I have had 2 of the 3 winners contact me. And Donna Nix, I need to hear from you. Please send me your mailing information. I put my email as a response to your comment. So please, please, please reach out to me, and I will get your can koozie in the mail as well. It's all packaged up. I just need your address. That's pretty much all I have this month for updates. I really, like I said, I didn't do much because of my hand issue for a couple of weeks, kind of slowed me down. But now I just want to give you a little bit of some insight of what you might expect coming up. I do have this really cool project that I have not started, but it's started in my brain, but it's not started like in actual physical work. That I'm going to be doing a vintage to modern quilt, and I am super excited about this project. So please stay tuned for that. That video will probably post in April. So I will give you another update next month if I make that happen. So yeah, but I'm really excited about this one. I think you guys are really going to like it, and I can't wait to share the final result with you. So please stay tuned for the Vintage to Modern Quilt Upcycle project. And then also, I do have another Cricut idea that I'm going to share with you guys, just a quick and easy Cricut card idea. And I think you're really going to like it because I'm going to do a little bit of paper and a little bit of fabric. So stay tuned for that. And with the Cricut videos, if you guys are like Cricut people out there, if you have ideas or if you need help with something, let me know because I've had a Cricut for like, oh my gosh, 25 plus years probably. When the first Baby Bug came out, I had one. So I have kind of evolved with it and I've grown and matured with the Cricut. So if you have questions, let me know. Put it in the comments on this video or send me an email. You can contact me through the community link or post on the wall. So just let me know if there's something you need help with, or a question or a project that you would like to see. I do have a couple projects that I would like to do, but I gotta figure out the time and place to do them. But anyway, share those ideas with me because I do love my Cricut so much, and I would love to share that passion with you as well. Two more things I have coming up. One, I had a company contact me with an engraving tool and asked me if I would demonstrate that for you guys. And I was like, yeah, that would be cool. So I've been playing with the engraving tool a little bit, and I'm going to plan on recording that video this week. So it's going to be posting as a special edition in March. So be watching for that, and it should be posting, within the next week or so. So if you're interested in any type of engraving on glass, metal, wood, marble, anything you would engrave, stay tuned for that. You may be really interested in this tool. It's very cost effective, and from what I can see so far, it gets pretty good results without a lot of effort. So I like that a lot. So stay tuned for that product review. And then the other thing is, I kind of hinted at this in February, but it is actually together now. The digital media class that I took with my graduate program, I put together a project that I'm going to share with you guys because it's all about 9-patch blocks. So if you're a beginning quilter, or if you've not quilted before and you want a simple, quick, easy start, this would definitely be a really good tool for you to add into your knowledge base. So I plan on putting that stuff together and getting it, I don't know, I'll probably do some kind of a little intro video or something and get that out for you guys so you can have that information as well, because I figure if I put in the work to get all that together, then I should at least share it with y'all so you can have that information too. So that's pretty much all the updates I have for you guys this month. As far as a life update, it's almost spring. Thank goodness. We're getting a glimpse of that here in mid-Missouri this week. We're going to be in like the mid-70s for the first time since I don't know when. I'm so excited about that. I actually have a window open in my house today, which is super exciting. And car show season is coming, so we'll have some fun little car shows to go to. My husband's super excited because we're going to Crystal Lake this summer and going to a big national car show there. So we're both actually really excited about it, but he's super excited about it. I have another year left for my master's degree, and then that will be wrapping up in May of 2026 if all goes well, of course. So besides work and school and home and dog and cat and car shows and the YouTube channel and the quilting guild and all of that other stuff, I'm also trying to throw some fun into my life. So that's been very rewarding and fulfilling, just to have some time to escape and enjoy life. So I hope that you guys are finding joy in all you do. Carve out some time for crafting and creating. And remember, it's always better when you make stuff up.